Okay, we're gonna go ahead and get started with inking. Um, yep, this is the finished under drawing. I'm using Sakura Micron, 03 size, and Millennium ZIG. Alright, both of these you can find at an art store, but you can only find the Millennium ZIGs at Walmart. Alright, and they're cheaper there. I usually have a crap load of Sakura Microns, but I've had no money, so that equals no awesome pens. Now I'm gonna go ahead and start them with the eye. I'm gonna shade in the eye black with Sakura Micron to go ahead and get that natural look of the eye. And this is part one because this inking will take several steps. Alright, now you probably can't notice, but I'm not going in a straight line around the iris, and that's because I'm doing a little dashing, just little straight line marks as the silhouette of the eye. It gives it a much more natural look and a lot softer look, especially when I'm doing coloring. Now, the way how I like to draw my eyes is I don't like to completely and fully draw the pupil, and that's because it leaves room for dramatic effect, and it makes it look much nicer. Now I'm gonna go ahead and fill in the eyebrow. Not fill it in, but just ink it. And I messed up. I'm gonna probably say this several times, but the reason why these videos are not sped up is so that you can see that I make mistakes and how you can fix your mistakes. Alright, I'm just placing little X's in his eye to show that, you can fill that in later. Alright, now I'm gonna use the Millennium ZIG. This is 0.05, I think. No, size 05, excuse me. That's a rather thick marker to be using for a nose, but I'm going to prove a little point to you. You can, depending on your pressure, you can really get great effects on out of one single pen. And I like using the 05 as an example. Now, I'm going to ink in his mouth. See. Now, inking isn't as great as most things, because if you lose to your picture while inking, you're going to have to start all over, because what you put there is official, so you want to keep that in mind. Alright, I'm going to show you. I'm going to go ahead and see what you got. Alright, now I'm using the same pen that I used for the nose to ink the side of his face. Now I'm pushing down a lot harder, and you can easily tell that there is a big ink size. That's one of the things about working with manga, or actually just art in general, that pressure equals greater results. And it's boring to have art with the same line art. It's really boring to see the same thing. And so if you work with various sizes, okay, here's 01, work with various sizes, you can achieve better effects. And not so much more realistic, but it makes your picture seem a little bit different. And that's why line art is very important. And this pen is going to dry out on me real soon, I can tell already. Okay. Here are the little blood marks on his face. .05. Okay, going to continue. Now, if you notice, I lifted up while I did that. Oh, oops. Hold on. I messed up. Do you see that? That's okay. It's really fine, but I'll live. See, like I said, I'll make mistakes, and I will point them out when I do them. I feel like you get the best attention when you see someone else make mistakes. going to go ahead and fill that in. Now I'm gonna lift up when I draw this part of his body, and you see if I lift it up and in a fast motion, you see that it creates a nice sharp line. Even though it's a little crooked, it's okay. Okay, fix his chin. All right. See, I can't see it. I can't see it. So that's okay. I'm just going to use the side of my pen. 01. Okay, I'm going to do his Adam's apple. Sorry, you can't see that. See if... Okay, that's better. See, my pen's really beginning to dry out. You can see that it's not inking. Wah. Yeah. Oh well. Yeah, come on. There we go. Okay. Okay, Sakura Micron again. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna take the camera, that way you can see from a good view of how to do these nasty little folds, because you really can't see this from far away. Now the indentions are what make the fold, but just because that's how it looks, it doesn't mean that's how it's going to be colored. Okay. Yeah, I'm not going to be going perfectly on lines, but that's okay, because your folds don't really matter unless you start coloring it in, and that's when it's most important. Yeah, okay. My lines are a little rough here. That's because my ink pen's going to dry soon. They're all dying. I need to buy some more. But you can buy some good ink pens at Walmart for about $2.50, and those are the Millennium ZIG, and you can get both of them. Oops. Okay. Start over here. Now, I just realized I made a mistake. I didn't make the band high enough to look like it wraps around his head, so I need it to go up a little bit. And which is okay, I'll just make that portion darker as if it was folding over. Like I said, I'm making this picture up as I go, so, you know, it's okay. But sometimes these are called happy mistakes. They're not exactly what you wanted to do, but that's how they ended up. Okay, gotta finish that. Another thing about the thing about matte board is it is a smooth, soft surface, but it's not like a silky like soft. It's really hard to work with a pen on it. So that's another reason why the ink line looks so dirty. Hooray. Inking up close. Left the little gaps open for the strands of hair. My mistake again. I think I'm inking something. Yeah. Yeah, it was haha. Okay. Getting in the folds. Now you don't have to ink every fold, because you want the coloring to make up for that. And so there are going to be some more folds added in when I color. That way it also has a nice effect. It's the same technique I use when screen toning as well. I don't have to put in every single fold that I see. Okay, putting this up, and that's it for part 1. So just gotta color inside, and I'll see you in a bit. Thank you.